Hi, Frank Snyder, Frank Snyder Financial. I'd like to talk to you about number 5 of my 12 traits of the financially successful. Basically, number 5 is systematic savings. Now, this kind of goes along, if you've listened to some of my other ones, enroll in your 401k, get an IRA, get something going. Systematically saving means basically hiding money from yourself. I mean, if it comes out of your paycheck before you get it, you have no chance of spending it. Now, I've heard this before. Well, son of a gun, I just can't do that because I can't afford to save anything. Now, most companies, or many companies out there, have matching programs. So if you put in 2%, they put in 2%. If you put in 3%, they put in 3%. If you have a program like that, I'll go out on a limb and pretty much say, you're not the smartest person on the planet if you're not taking advantage of that. That's kind of like seeing a $100 bill laying on the ground and you're just too busy to pick it up. If you can't afford to put in 2 or 3% to get a match, you've got problems beyond, what we can talk about in just a couple minutes on this video. Basically, you need to go back to my living within your means one, which was a couple back. So these all kind of tie together. If you live within your means, it's no big deal to put back 2% or 3% or 4% or 5% or even 10%. If they're matching, that's 100% return on your money. 100%. Now, I am in the investment business. I'm an investment advisor representative. I talk with people every day about, taking money and growing their money and all of these concepts. And I'll tell you flat out, I can't do any better than that. Nobody can beat 100% return. They're basically giving you money. So don't be silly. Enroll. If they match 1%, put in 1. If they match 2, put in 2. If they match 3, put in 3. At least put in whatever that company is matching. If you're not sure what to put it into, just do a little checking, put it into basically an index fund or something, but just get started, even if it's in the fixed account. But get started putting into that fund. So what are we talking about here? A systematic savings plan, hiding money for yourself. Nobody's going to take care of you when you turn 60 or 65. There's Social Security, but that's why they call it so-so security. Isn't that what they call it? It's going to be so-so. You better do some other things in your life or, you're not going to have a great retirement. So this is all about the 12 traits of the financially successful. So let me go back to why this is on my list. Basically, if you think about this, successful people are just like you and I, they started somewhere. Most of the successful people that I know, people that even have multi-million-dollar net worths, started with little or nothing. I've heard so many stories from folks that, they've been married for 20, 30 years, whatever, and they'll say, hey, when we started, we didn't have you-know-what to you-know-what in. It was like they didn't have a lot. And they started with the retirement plan, a savings plan. They bought some ground. They built a house. They paid it off. They did things that would help them to increase their net worth through time. And part of that is systematically hiding money or saving money, and you're hiding it from yourself, so to speak. I joke, I go, we're all human. If you have money sitting in your checking account, we have a tendency to spend it. I am the same way. I don't preach these 12 traits because I have done this perfectly during my lifetime. There are temptations out there, and you say, hey, I'll go ahead and buy that. And then later you have buyer's remorse, and you go, why did I do that? I shouldn't have done that. So if you hide it, you put it back in savings, you put it back in investment. I joke with my clients, it's harder to get. It's still your money. You can call me and say, hey, I need my money, and I'm going to do this. And I've had even folks that call me and go, Frank, I was going to call you, and I started thinking about it, and I knew what you'd say, and I decided not to. I said, I know you'd tell me that was pretty a silly idea, or I shouldn't do it. So hiding money from yourself, systematically saving your money, is one of the main traits of the financially successful. Again, thanks for tuning in. You can check us up online, franksnyder.com, or check out my YouTube videos.